Hi there, everyone. My name is Sifiso Falala. I welcome you on behalf of the African Genius Awards. I have with me here a special guest, Dr. Helena Ndume, who's a recipient of the Outstanding African Achiever of the Year 2023. Congratulations to you, Doc, on receiving this outstanding award. We see the AGAs, or the African Genius Awards, as representing at the heart of Africa everything that is about African excellence in terms of being able to solve problems, showing patriotism that we love our continent and we love our countries in the various continents, but also importantly that we can solve problems in a way that is globally competitive. And you are one such person. You were voted, nominated, and then through a rigorous judging process, you emerged as the Outstanding African Achiever of the Year 2023. So congratulations on this unique achievement, and thank you so much for coming to talk to us about it. Tell us about yourself, a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you got to a point where you now perform miracles. I know that you give sight to the blind, and the last time I checked, it was only Jesus who did such things. Now you are, through science, doing the same thing. Maybe tell us about, give us a short background to how you got to this moment where you are able to do such wonders.
Thank you so much, Dr. Falala, for this recognition. It humbles me a lot. And I have to say congratulations for starting this very important program. Oh, there are truly many African achievers out there who are not recognized. Some of them, they found electricity in America there, but you don't hear their names. So, and you also incorporate the people in the diaspora. That is very important. Let them come back home so that we can build the Africa that we want. So I grew up I come from Namibia. I was born during, of course, the difficult times of apartheid. And because of what we experienced as young kids in the school, being beaten by the apartheid police, and because we don't want Afrikaans as the medium of teaching, which was also happening here in South Africa, and they will arrest the students, we decided that we just have to leave. And we were 4 girls. We were all 15 years old. We went through Angola. It was during war that time. It was not easy. We went into the SWAPO camps, where we stay for some times, and later on we were sent to finish our secondary school in different African countries, and we can't thank them enough to have taken this burden from the liberation movements. They were students from SWAPO, students from ANC, students from PSP, PAC, students from ZAPU, ZANU, the whole of Southern Africa. We can't thank Africa enough. And after that, after I finished the secondary school, SWAPO sent me to Germany to do medicine. Of course, I wanted to do fashion designing. And I was told that fashion is just nonsense. Independent Namibia doesn't need fashion designer, it needs doctors. So you take the second option. And that's how I ended up becoming a doctor. And I can't thank them enough that at least you have these guiding angels. Because what I'm doing now, you are changing people's life. Nothing in the world can pay the happiness of someone who was once blind. And then they said, "Doctor, I can see. Doctor, now today I'm going to count my pension money. Nobody will take away my pension money. I'm going to see my grandchildren that I haven't seen." So, and that's what make me go back to help. One thing that why I do that is that my parents were very poor, and there was no way they were going to afford to pay for my education. West Africa, where we went to, it was the government and the people of the Gambia that facilitated us to finish our secondary school. We went to Germany. By then it was East Germany. It was the taxpayers of these people and some very good German Samaritans who put us into their family to make sure that we get proper education. So we are giving and we have to give back. And that is exactly what I'm doing. It is nice to get awards, but the most important thing is that how many people's life have you changed? And how many people have you trained to carry on with this legacy, to change the lives of the people who is not according to the news, not to their fault that they are in the situation that they found themselves. When you are having the lift, climbing the lift going up, always don't forget to send it down to go and bring the others also up. And that is very important.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
But Doctor, when you went to the Gambia, through all of those countries that you went through, and you did your schooling, and eventually you found yourself in Germany at a university studying medicine, you were not the only person who was doing that. What is it about you that sets you apart? What is it that is in you that has made you stand out so much?
It's dedication. You have to be dedicated, and the song of Sem Nujoma, our former president, who was the president of SWAPO. He retired. Now he became the president of Namibia after independence, of course. And every time when he comes to visit us in the camps, the young people, you have to go and study very hard. You are the backbone of an independent Namibia. We are sending you to those countries. You must make Namibia proud. Don't play with the chances that you are getting back, because the people that you left back home will never have the chance that you are having, so you make use of it. And that's exactly what I did.
It almost sounds as if, and I know it's not true, you are one of a few people that is committed to giving sight to blind people. Why aren't there more of you that are looking at people either born blind or develop blindness through illness? What does it take to actually take somebody who is blind to see? And does everyone who is blind qualify? Are there certain conditions? Tell us a little bit more about that.
What we are dealing with here is preventable blindness. There is blindness that people are born with. Things like cancer of the eye when babies are born, a condition we call retinoblastoma, congenital glaucoma, or trauma. There you unfortunately can't do anything. And the people that we can help, like cataract, for example, there we can help and make them see again. But one thing we have to know is that when I started this program in 1996, and 1997 when I started this program, and in 1997, that's now I went to the northern part of the country, on the banks of the Kavango River, the borders with Angola. When we went there for screening, we were going from one village to one village. We brought them then to the big hospital to screen them. We booked some like 280 something for operation. And then when we went out to organize everything to come back to operate on them, we had some maybe 80. Everyone disappeared. Why? They have never had the person being operated on an eye. And if you go there to have your eye operated, that little girl will just damage your eyes. And that's why they disappear. The few who came, who were totally blind, we operated on them. They went back home. They stoked the fire. And the following day, when we went back, we couldn't control the crowds. And that's why they call miracle doctor. They call me the miracle doctor. And today, they just come on their own. And it's very, you have to educate the people first that preventable blindness is preventable. It's just like children with squint eyes. They didn't know that one can straighten these eyes. Children were just left like that, and sometimes one eye becomes weaker and will never be able to see anymore. A condition we call amblyopia or lazy eye. And today they are bringing their children so that we can straighten their eyes. It's just diseases like glaucoma. Glaucoma is the disease where the pressure in the eye is very, very high. But unfortunately, you don't feel the pain and you don't go to the doctor. But it's destroy the optic nerve, which is responsible for us to see. So you find all these people coming at the later stage when most of the optic nerve is completely destroyed and you can't do anything. So there we have to give education that people have to be checked. They have to come like yearly so that we can examine their eye to prevent all these preventable blindnesses that has been going on for years. I mean, it's not only Namibia where we have been. We went to Congo. We did eye operations there. We were in Angola also. We did eye operation there to help the poor people.
Tell us about your organization. You say the context within which you perform these miracles that you're doing. How many are you? Is it a government organization? Is it the Department of Health? And how does it actually function?
Yeah. When I was studying in Germany, after I finished my specialization, I was so scared just to come back home because I'm coming from high tech and I don't know what I'm going to find home. And then my professor said, no, go to India. It's just like your country. So I went to India. I was there for 8 months. And that's where I saw how they do the eye camps. We go into the villages, screen people, and then we do operation. And then I said, wow, maybe one day I should go and do this also at home. But before that, when I was studying in 1995, for the first time, I went to the American Academy of Ophthalmology in Atlanta. It is an organization of it's an American one, but with many affiliated doctors from all over the world. And that's where I went and found this organization called Surgical Eye Expedition, C International. And they told me that, you are from Africa, yes. We do a lot of work in Africa. And if you want, we can always come there and help you to set up something. And then I said, wow, with my knowledge from India, I think it will work. So Surgical Eye Expedition came in 1997 for the first time. So I brought this to my government, to the Minister of Health, that this is what I want to do, and there's this organization which is ready to help me. They said, no, that is a very good idea. So the blindness prevention program is part of the Ministry of Health. But now, as we know with our governments, you have now it was Corona, you have TB, you have now the lifestyle diseases that are rampant, you have HIV and AIDS. The money, it doesn't become enough to give everyone quality health. So, and that's why I have this NGO coming in to support the government also. The government will provide transport, it will provide food. They do buy some medication, but most of the consumables that we are using is from these donors, NGOs.
That's
and
fantastic.
They help a lot.
Your degree in ophthalmology,
Yeah.
something that's very difficult to pronounce, is quite a specialized degree. And I'm not sure whether you feel there are enough Namibians or Africans with that qualification. And talk to us a little bit about what made you go into this area, and where do you see other gaps in specialist areas in medicine?
Yeah, the gaps are all over in our part of the world. When I started, I wanted to do occupational health, and then ophthalmology, not really. And because when you are there, when you are consulting as a GP in the hospital there, people will have eye problems, but they don't talk about the eye problem. They just say, I have a cough or the tummy or whatever, because they know that they believe that there's nothing one can do with their eyes. And I told Auntie Libertina, we call her Auntie Libertina. Auntie Libertina, she was a medical doctor. She's a medical doctor. Those are the people who went into exile in the 60s. And then she did her training in Poland, and she went further to specialize in pediatrics in Sweden. But SWAPO recall her when in the 1994, when escorters of Namibians were leaving, going to Angola. She was called to start a hospital in Zambia. And she sort of became our mother. And after independence, she became the Minister of Health. And when I told her about it, she said, no, with these little hands, I think you are going to do ophthalmology. With occupational health, we'll just be arguing with trade unions. So, and that's how I went back to Germany and did ophthalmology.
That's fantastic,
Yeah.
Doc. You've worked so hard, and you've had to sacrifice so much from the tender age of 15. Looking back now and given all the sacrifices that you're making, do you feel that there has been a reward? And if there has been a reward, what is that reward? Because we can only do so much as the African Genius Awards, and this is an award. But talk to us outside of something like this, which is an honor from an organization like ourselves. What do you feel has been your greatest reward in the work that you've done, starting from when you were 15 up to now?
Yeah, the best reward is people can see. You train the people to do their things at home, to be independent and all that. And even an 81-year-old male me said, Doctor, now that I can see, can I go and have sex? I said, yes, you can.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's also very important. So, but okay, rewards like this is through the shock that I really got when I went to the salon to do my hair on a Saturday. Because I'm so busy, I hardly look at sometimes at my emails. I was seated there, and then the hairdresser said, no, but doctor, you didn't have an appointment. You have to wait. Okay, I'm Emma, I'll wait. So I went on my thing scrolling and look at the email. There's this email from the United Nations. Congratulations, you have been nominated and will be receiving, you have been chosen to receive the Nelson Mandela Award.
Sure.
And then I did like this. Like I couldn't believe my eyes. And then I went outside and I look at the thing. Is this true? And I immediately phoned my sister, my older sister, Ella, listen, this is what is happening. And then after I said, but Ella, please don't say, some of these things can be fake. Let us wait first. Maybe more communication will come. And then later on, I'm really getting a call from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that Dr. Ndume, congratulations, this is what is happening. So, yes, then that was 2005. It was the first inaugural United Nations Nelson Mandela Award given to two people, a man and a woman, who have done outstanding work to change the lives of other people. And I was together with the former president of Portugal, Sampaio. We were the first to receive that award. So I just couldn't believe it.
It meant a lot to you.
It was so much, unbelievable. I was even crying. It was just, I thought that was just a little that I was doing, but on the whole, there are people who are recognizing this type of work.
That award that you got from Nelson Mandela, was there a follow-up on it? What happened after that? Were you interviewed on it?
Oh yes, yeah. Well, I was interviewed many times on it. Even when I went to receive it, There were people like Reverend Jesse Jackson and also Oprah, but she couldn't come. So, and there were so many interviews that followed immediately after the award. So many interviews that just say, oh my God, what is happening?
So, well, congratulations on
Thank
that,
you.
and well done. It seems like your life is really surrounded by these accolades and these awards. We now feel honored to have identified you as a
Thank you,
deserving
sir.
recipient. Tell us, Dr. Ndume, about if there is one moment. I know you said that giving sight is something special and it's something that means so much to you. But is there one moment in your career that you look back on with so much pride? Maybe just a little anecdotal story of something that happened that you feel so proud of or to have witnessed.
Yeah, it was an eye camp in a place called Rundu. This is a woman. She was in her 40s, totally blind, with a baby. She gave birth to this baby. She has never seen this baby. And then she came with her husband, and we did the eye operation. The following day, we came, took off the iPad. Then the husband was there standing with the baby. And then she saw the baby for the first time. The joy,
Wow.
really. It is,
Wow.
it makes you just go back.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 months after delivery, imagine. That's the first time she saw the baby. Imagine every mother would like to see the baby immediately it comes out and everything, the joy. But she didn't have this joy. And the other case is when, because Rundu is a river, there's a lot of fish. A woman after the operation who could not see, I just, in the evening after, before I went back to the lodge, and I found her sitting, taking out all the bones from the fish.
Oh.
Yeah. Very
Wow. Wow.
touching. There are many stories that you can talk about. And the most important is when they say everyone is so happy that they are going to see their pension money. Yeah, because in Namibia they get pension every month, just like here. I think we are the only 2 countries, I think, in Africa, or maybe Botswana also, that give pension to old people, even if they have never worked in their lives. So everyone is happy that they are going to see that pension money, and also to go. And like one woman tell me, doctor, thank you so much. Now I will not be led by small children to go and relieve myself. It's a humiliation as an old person being led to the small kids in the bush when nature calls. Yeah.
Really touching stories there. Yeah. Well, congratulations once again. You're such a fantastic and deserving human being. It's been a pleasure to chat to you. And once again, we are so proud to be associated with you, Dr. Ndume. Are there any final words that you might want to make, maybe to young kids or aspiring Africans that would like to be in your position as officially an outstanding African achiever?
And the only thing I can say about the young people here is to believe in themselves, that things can be done. Let them seek advice to people who have been there. I always tell my kids or my young, especially the girls, say life, you have life, university, school, whatever. That's a different university, but there's also university of life that you have never gone through. And the elders have gone through this university. Sometimes listen to their wisdom. You must listen to what they are telling you. If it wasn't for people like Auntie Libertina or Nahas Angula, who used to be the secretary of SWAP of education by then, to say that no, fashion is nonsense, you are going to do medicine. Today, I wasn't going to change the life of so many people who are blind. It's not their fault also. And Let them be active in the happenings of the countries. It's not only Kim Kardashian, whatever, I don't know. So, but they should be active members in their society. Also go out and try to help out the other people who are needy. I remember there was a Dr. Kovac who used to come. He came since 1997. He came, and until today he comes. He's still old. He used to bring his children along. He said that these children, Helena, they are so comfortable. In Los Angeles, they have everything. They haven't seen suffering. Let them come and see what suffering is. And you know what those children did when they saw that? They went back home. Megan started collecting money. She took some pictures of these children and she started collecting money. And the money which she collected, she brought it. We went to the School of the Blind, Visually Impaired Children. She bought talking calculators, brailles, so talking watches, to change the life of these people. And this is what our young people are also supposed to do. So they should emulate things like this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Those are the wonderful words of Dr. Helena Ndume. And we know that without vision, the people perish.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for ensuring that the people do not literally perish, for you are giving them vision, not just physically, but also metaphorically, in terms of the work that you do. Thank you so much for being a part of this AGA event. And once again, we congratulate Dr. Ndume on being an outstanding African achiever. Well done.
Thank you so much for the recognition, and keep us doing the good work of recognizing our African people in the diaspora, even here in Africa. That and this encourage our young people also to emulate. The whole, if you do good, you get recognition also. Otherwise, we lose them to the first world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thanks very much.